Welcome to the Yoked podcast. I'm your host, Travis Hall, alongside my wife and co-host, Ingrid.
On this podcast, we talk about all things real estate, entrepreneurship, business, faith, family, you name it, we talk about it, and how we do it all as an equally yoked husband and wife team.
We are glad you're here. Thanks for listening. Enjoy this week's episode. What's up, and welcome to the Yoked podcast. I'm Travis, your host, and this is my wife, Ingrid. This is our dog, Boone, coming and joining us. We have an exciting episode today. We're excited to be here. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been in our studio. And today we've been talking a lot about Yoked in general, what it means. We're working on a couple of things. And so today is a timely podcast because I was just in Scottsdale this past weekend for Owners Club.
Yep.
And there are 500 people in Owners Club with me. I had lots of conversations, a lot of struggles. A lot of people are in the real estate world are having similar. It's just a hard season.
Yeah.
I know
it's a challenging market.
We are going through a hard season.
Yes.
We have been. We're on a turning point today. We got 3 properties under contract, which is awesome. So things are looking up. But in general, it's hard. And so it's timely to talk today about Yoked and kind of what that means and what different areas can you be yoked in. And so you've been spearheading it, this little project that we're working on, kind of a passion project, and I think something that will give back a lot.
Yep.
So I'd love to hand it over to you.
Okay. Well, honestly, part of it comes from, in our world, like the entrepreneurial world, I should say, like if you're an entrepreneur, you go to conferences, right?
Yeah.
And in the real estate world, real estate people love conferences. They just love them. Every single brokerage has big conferences. And they can be extremely useful.
There's a reason why.
Very valuable. Yeah. To get a bunch of like-minded people in the same large rooms to collaborate.
Right.
And so it's been over, decades now, right? How long have we been married? 17 years?
Yeah.
Almost 2 decades.
We're going on our 17th year.
Oh, that's right.
You're always like, we're in the 17th year.
Oh, well, it feels like a lifetime with you, babe.
We've been married 16 years and 1 quarter.
Got it. Perfect. That's what I thought. But over our marriage, we've been involved in a lot of conferences with visionaries and entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the biggest glaring gaps is a lack of support system in the background for the entrepreneur. So I'm talking about partners and spouses mainly.
Right.
I'm talking about kids, key relationships, and people in your sphere, your periphery.
Yeah.
How are you coming home? How are you showing up? And when you come home, is it a drag, or are you coming home and it is life-giving? And so being an entrepreneur is extremely difficult, and being married to an entrepreneur is maybe even more difficult. You guys are a rare breed.
All the spouses in the audience say amen.
Say amen. And I think over time, what's been helpful for us is getting yoked in key areas of our life, right? So understanding that the more I can support what you're going out and doing during the day, the better you can do it. And the more you can support what I do, the more I support you spiritually, the more you support me with my health and wellness journey, financials, personal growth, key relationships, like all of these things. If you are yoked and you understand each other's vision and you're working together towards something, it is unstoppable, as opposed to you're working siloed in your lane, I'm working siloed in my lane.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it comes from.
Well, and so I love that. And I shout out to Tristan, our marriage counselor, for kind of coining this idea of yoked. She did. We
should give her royalties.
She
obviously make money.
She's a Christian counselor, and she's like, because when I was stepping out and coming into the real estate business, and I had this like grand romantic like dreams of what it could look like. It's like, this is going to be amazing. And that was one of the key things. And she was like, you guys, you cross a lot of things in your life, all things. And she's like, you need to make sure that you are yoked.
Yoked.
If you're crossing your parents together, sure, your husband and wife.
Yep.
But she's like, for you guys, like, you're intersecting like all areas of business, every aspect of day-to-day life.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's super important.
So then like Yoked was born over a period of time, right? It's one of those like gifts that you're given in your brain of like, I'm stewing over this thing and like, what is it?
Mhm.
And so we are finally developing it into something that's more of a useful tool. So
Which is super exciting.
yeah, we're working on that right now. We hope to have it out like here in the next month.
Yeah.
But I think one of the items that is so important with being yoked is that we are able to understand each other, like intricacies of each other's lives way more than like your standard couple that doesn't work together.
Right.
And so I know what it's like to like be going and doing something, building something as an entrepreneur and not have support, and what it's like to have support and the way that I can show up differently when I do.
Right. When you talked about like the different areas.
Yeah.
And obviously those are for us, like we've worked, through those areas for the last 15 years, as far as like intentional.
Yep.
And so we're kind of aligning those areas with Yoked because there's different ways of being yoked in business, personal growth. And so I think we want to kind of elaborate a little bit on some of those individual like specifics, not like go in super detail, but high level as far as like, what does it mean to be yoked in personal growth?
Yeah. And I want to give the audience like a visual for when we say yoked, because we're going to say it about 18,000 times in this episode. What we're talking about is without this person or without this thing, this tool, it could be a business partner, it could be a habit, it could be like so many things. It could be technology.
RM.
A CRM. Yeah. Without this thing you are yoked to in this area of your life or this project, like it can span across a lot of things, you would not be able to achieve the same amount of product or progress. So thinking about an oxen, that's where it comes from, right? A yoke ties you together. And so imagine being tied to another oxen on a yoke and you're going forward and they're like trotting. And you're like, what are you doing? Like, we're going this way and we need to go this way and you're slowing me down. And so it's that visual of like, okay, well then what does it look like when that oxen is, the other oxen is beside you and you're yoked together and you are like running together in the same direction towards the same goal.
Well, and that's why, like, going back to like the farming days and yoke, like that's why they yoke them, because their heads are in alignment. Otherwise, if they're just tied together, it's like a three-legged race. It's like, if we're just going to fall over. Where if we're yoked and our literal heads are side by side, I know where you're going and I'm going the same way.
We should have gotten a yoke for this episode.
You would have loved to just yoke me the whole time.
Look straight.
We tried to make some cool like logo initially with the yoke, and
it was good. We just went with a Y. Anyways, so we kind of narrowed it down to 6 areas, right?
Yeah.
And the first one would be personal growth. So who do I want to be in 5 years? Like, what are areas of my life? Do I feel like I'm still quick to anger? Would I like to work on my patience? What does personal growth look like for me in terms of hobbies? Like, are there things, you would love to fish more.
Right.
Like, how can I support that? So,
well, and that's the biggest difference. Like in some aspects that we'll talk about, like it makes perfect sense that you need to be yoked to each other in that. And like personal growth is a tricky one that people can stumble on, because it doesn't mean that you want to fish too.
No.
It means that you are aligned with me in supporting and encouraging and in helping ensure that I achieve those goals of my personal growth realm. And the same for you.
And that's how they get shared.
That's why they're shared.
Because you're over here. Like, imagine being an entrepreneur where you don't bring your spouse or partner in to your, vision casting and planning. And you're over here making grand plans to go fishing 3 weeks this year. And I'm over here like, what are you doing? Like, I kind of need you over here. And so doing that together where you can share and say, hey, like for me personally, I'm in a season where I need to be solo on the river and back in nature and talking to God. And I'm going to do that through fishing. And like, I can, oh, totally. Absolutely. Like, let me join your vision. How can I help?
Right.
Instead of you doing all of that goal setting and vision casting on your own, never bringing in your spouse or partner, like oxen are going to be like this. And
right.
Really, really frustrated.
Well, and I want to say too, like, this isn't being yoked, like this whole idea of yoke that we're talking about is not just for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I think it's just more highlighted and it's more glaring. Everyone needs it. Like just in general, if you're married, like, or want to be married, like this is important.
Yeah.
But often, I mean, maybe it's even more important whenever you're, it's not more important, but in the two corporate married couple and they're both working their jobs, like hopefully they talk about that. But like, if it's more like agreed, like that's your job, this is my job, I'm doing it, we're coming back. Hopefully you can turn it off a little bit. It's more exaggerated in the entrepreneur world because it's harder to turn off.
Yeah. And as an entrepreneur too, you don't really have hours.
Right. And oftentimes in the entrepreneur world, like you eat what you kill. And sometimes that can cause some serious friction with a spouse who values security.
Or like you're over here trying to grow. You want to double your business this year. And your spouse is like, is that double the hours?
Right.
Because we got to talk about that. So yeah,
but it's more elevated.
And personal growth, like we should all have personal growth goals about who we want to be and how we want to spend our time personally that doesn't involve anybody else. Like, do you want to read more? What types of books are you reading? Like what, anything like that. So that would be personal growth.
Yeah. And then obviously like in the next one, financial. And
I say I include wealth legacy.
Yeah.
Because not only should you be obviously yoked in your budget, right? Your annual budget, your monthly budgets, how you spend your money, but also like what are you building towards? Are you saving towards some really large things like houses and cars and
trips,
vacations, but also are we contributing to a 529 for the kids? Like what else does investments look like? Where do we want to be in 5 years? And so, if you have one person who's wanting to make sure that the kids have $100,000 each in their 529 accounts ready for college, and then this person's over here totally doesn't value those types of accounts at all.
Like, why would we send our kids to college?
Like, you have to get aligned in that.
You need to be aligned. Exactly.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I feel like that one's easier to grasp.
Yeah. And if you have like a budget you use and some kind of financial net sheet of sorts that can help.
Or yoked to no budget.
Yeah.
It's like the whole idea is like you're in alignment.
Like you're a dink and you're rocking it and good for you.
Like,
Those
how
are
much
the
can
good
we
old
spend?
days.
Right.
I love it.
All right. Next is job and career.
Yeah.
So that one's obviously it's easier to understand as well. We talked about it a little bit, but just yoked to career goals or job goals. Like, are you wanting to go up in management? And I need to support you and push you toward that. And like, notice that that might be more hours working or more things or.
Or do you want to step away?
Yeah. Do you want to go start your own thing?
Yeah. Switch careers altogether. Do you sit there and look at your life and think, I love what I do, but I wish I had more time?
Right.
Okay, well, what's the side hustle that you need to start that you guys could start together, even so that in 5 years you could step away and have more time? I mean, that's really what we're all working towards. Like
or
your
even
job,
like
career, finances.
Are you,
yeah.
Are you wanting to stay-at-home parent?
All we're trying to do is buy time.
Right.
I mean, provide like basics, but then all us humans, that's all we're trying to do is just buy time with our kids, buy time with our loved ones. Like, so job and career would also include not just your day job, how you're spending your 9 to 5. Obviously, for an entrepreneur, this is going to matter a lot more for that spouse side of it, because sometimes those do look like after hours and weekends. But then also, are there side hustles? Are there, supplemental things that will, this is why the categories all overlap too.
Yeah, they do.
Is that you've got goals for 5 years from now. We want to buy our first house. okay, well, are the actions I'm taking right now going to get me there?
Yeah.
Is your career and my job going to get me there? And so that's how they can kind of overlap and start to mix together too.
So true.
Yeah.
Being yoked is important.
Yoked.
Health and wellness. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Where it's like, do we want to eat fried food every single night?
Oh, that sounds so delicious.
Right? Like, I mean, it does sound amazing, but like, does that match our health goals? Like, do we know each other's goals and where we want to go?
Yep.
And in that realm.
And we're all made different, right? Our
Right.
bodies are all made different, our habits, our time, our structure of our day, how active our life is. Like you talk about, a soccer coach, that job and career is extremely active.
Right.
Versus a real estate investor. We're a little bit more sedentary. We're in front of a computer. We're out in the field doing property tours, but I'm not really jogging around a seller's house.
No, you don't have to.
Should.
You should. Well, and even like, I mean, I think about just like couples I know that one of them wants to be on a diet or some eating plan, and the other one is like, no way. I support you. I'm just not going to do it.
Yep.
But I mean, which you don't have to, but again, is like, is your actions truly supporting this other person? Like if you're like, hey, I'm on the no carb diet, and I'm like, cool, I'm on the full cake eating diet. Like, that's good luck.
Right.
Like when I fast,
yeah,
you don't make my favorite foods.
I don't.
Like you make it easier on me because
I'm like, when are you fasting? Cool. Right. We're going to have some kale, baby.
You kale
and
it
the
up.
kids are like, I'm fasting. I'm out of here.
But I mean, it's true. It's like,
like I don't make chili.
Practical. Yeah, exactly. So good. Or bolognese. All right, let's talk about relationships. This is a fun one, I think.
Hold on. With health and wellness too, I want to make sure the audience knows as well that this is also getting aligned in what you're doing with your kids.
Yeah.
And so if you
vaxxers or non-vaxxers.
Oof, whoa, don't go there. No, but if you are wanting your kids to have a certain lifestyle, or you guys have like rules around eating, like we have some rules around trying new foods and a do not eat list, right? Well, I can't run that program and you're over here running like a totally different play with them, which you sometimes like to do with like sweets and stuff. And the kids get way more sweets than I ever did as a kid, but also than I would like probably do if it was just me. And so
that's interesting.
Understanding too, like, how are we showing up to our kids? Because all of these, they watch you. Oh, they watch you.
Well, what's interesting is I'm just thinking right now, like literally as we're talking about this, our categories that we put together, we've had for a long time. And like, we almost should have a parenting category now that we're parents.
It's relationships, honey.
I know, but I mean, like,
we got subcategories.
We've got subcategories. We have relationships, but I mean, parenting is like its own thing.
It is.
I don't know, just about.
Yeah. Okay. I'll file it away. Okay, so that's health and wellness.
Yeah. Okay. Relationships.
Relationships is one of those categories that we break out into subcategories. And so we have, and I think same with health and wellness. I think we did physical health and then mental health. So key relationships would be obviously your marriage.
Yep.
Then your kids.
At least hopefully your marriage.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not married, obviously, like if you have a partner, but then
for
sure. I mean, some of you might have like I don't know, I would call them like a sidekick, just like that person that
you're like your go-to person,
even
your
if you're living a life
person.
of singleness. Yeah. Your sounding board person. So, obviously your kids, if you have kids, then like those relationships, and then you kind of go out from there. So, your closest friends and family, and then that next level is community. So it's like rings in a circle. That would be neighbors, people through the kids' school, kind of that second tier. And so I think this is one that we've had real conversations about, and then set goals for and intentionally executed them in that next year. And so in the past for us, that looked like, hey, we love our neighbors from what we know about them, and we don't know them well enough. And so in this next year, we want to be people who get to know our neighbors more.
Right.
How do we do that? And then we set a goal for, okay, once a month or once a week, whatever, we're going to intentionally invite them to do something. We're going to have them over for dinner. We're going to do a park play date. Whatever that looks like. I mean, it's the same thing with your kids, friends, families. Like, you want to know them. And unless you're going to plan time to go do that, it won't get done. But if this is where you mark down, like, this is important. This is also where you decide how important it is to go get counseling, whether that's in your marriage.
Yeah. Is that a key relationship you need to work on?
Yeah, that's with your kids. You're getting aligned in your needs with each other in your marriage. You're getting aligned with your kids. Like, do we need to spend more one-on-one time with our kids? Is there a relationship that needs to be mended in that, next level of rings?
Mm-hmm.
So if you sat here and said, my relationship with, my dad, which that wouldn't be the case for you. You guys have a great relationship. But for example, my relationship with my dad is not good. And I really want to make that a priority this next year. I want to spend more time with him. I want to do this, this, and this. If I don't know that, and all of a sudden you're trying to like spend every single holiday with your dad, I'm like, wait, what? And so that's where it's so important to do some of the visualizing and goal setting. Like, reflecting is done individually, but then actually like digesting it and putting them on paper is done together.
Well, and then calendaring again.
Yeah.
Like the practical, like
how does
having
it
dinner.
show up?
Like, it's real. It's like transitions from, like thinking about it, like this is important, reflecting, like you said, to being in line with like, hey, that's awesome. I'm gonna support you in that goal, in that relationship or whatever. And then doing of like, well, let's have them over for dinner.
Yeah. And that is like the last step in this, goal setting like template that we put together is we all know, like, you can set goals as a day is long. If you're not going to calendar them, you're not going to go on the vacation. You're not going to go on the fishing trip. You're not going to do any of that. So that is that last section of goal setting, is actually getting your calendar out for the next year and putting it on there and blocking it off.
And I mean, we're going a little deeper than I think we thought we were in that, but it's so true. It's like, that's what's fun. That's what, obviously, if she's teasing it unintentionally, like that's what we're working on.
Yeah.
It's like putting that together. And I mean, I guess we already teased it last week with something back at like that episode that we had. But yeah, I mean, it really is like super practical like that. All right, last one, spiritual. That's our last category, unless we add parenting as its own category.
Right. No, that's under relationships, a subcategory. So spiritual health is, do I want to explore my faith more? What faith do I affiliate with? What do I want? How do we want to raise our kids? There's lots of couples that come from two different faith backgrounds. Like, you got to get on the same page. If one of you's trying to take the kid to church and one of you isn't.
Right.
And these relationships work out all the time. And if you didn't have these conversations before you got married, that's fine. Have them now. The only mistake you can make is to not have them at all.
Right.
And so, do I need to spend more time with the Lord? Like, I had a moment a few years ago where I told you I loved the groups I was in and what I had, but I was like yearning for like a very deeper, much more theologically rich conversation. And that meant like a once a week women's group for me, which was quite a commitment and like a crap ton of reading. And like, you made time for it.
I had to be aligned with that. Yeah. And it was, but that's such a good example. Like, you wanted that. And we talked about it in this conversation.
Yeah.
When we were goal setting, and like that following year, like it worked. And for years it worked.
For years. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it helped me understand more about my faith so that I could show up better in all of these other categories.
Right.
I mean, that's like, I want to wrap with that, which is these all overlap. Every single one of these overlaps. Anytime that I'm going to go grow myself, like personally, if I want to be somebody who reads more, maybe one of those books a quarter is a spiritual book. because I also want to grow spiritually, or it's a parenting book because I need to work on my relationships with my kids, or I read Let Them because some people annoy me.
Or you're just yoked to our once a month book podcast.
Yeah, yes.
Then you're good.
In 2 weeks. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Never Enough.
I'm still in the middle of it right now.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's my favorite parenting book that's not a parenting book.
I mean, there's a lot of parenting things in it.
Oh, yeah. You wait till the end.
But it is like kind of blow your mind a little bit. So
anyways.
True. Anyway,
so
that was fun. Like I just, we've been talking a lot about it, obviously, with what we're working on.
And we're in the season of
I hear
mid-October.
Like I had a good buddy at Owners Club. I was kind of letting him know like about what we're doing, and like why it's kind of this passion project and saying that we're super passionate about. And he was like, "Dude, like I need that. Like, send it to me." I'm like, "Absolutely."
Most entrepreneurs need this because they're just wild. They're like little rabbits, and you try to like cage them in a corner, and it's extremely difficult. I mean, you can be so driven and organized in so many areas of your entrepreneurial world, but if you don't have support at home, somebody behind you encouraging you, it is a drain.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
Yeah, and especially right now in a really more difficult season for real estate entrepreneurs specifically.
Right. Well, thankfully I have you.
And I have you, and we're yoked. I love it.
I do love it. Cool. Well, anything else?
No.
Book club in 2 weeks?
Book club in 2 weeks. We are reading Never Enough by Jennifer Wallace.
Jennifer Wallace.
She has a middle name, but I can never pronounce it.
She does.
And again, even if you haven't started it, you still have time. It's so good.
It's so good.
And if it doesn't pertain specifically to you, like this book doesn't pertain to how you specifically grew up, it does pertain to somebody you know and how they grew up.
Absolutely.
100%. We all know somebody who have grown up in this world.
It's so true.
So.
Yes. Well, and as always, if you need anything, just send us a DM. Our website is partnerwithnorth.com. And if you want to talk about Yoked or anything about being yoked, or if you are curious as what's to come, shoot us a DM. My social is at the Travis Hall. You're at the Ingrid Hall.
Ooh, what are you yoked to right now?
Oh, good question. We almost missed that.
I know, that would have been a bummer.
Good.
In this moment.
In this very moment. I'm yoked to my morning prayer time.
Yeah, been in a good rhythm.
Yeah, we'll elaborate on our season that we've been in for quite some time, but here in the coming episodes, I'm sure, it's been really difficult. And so that morning, just like reset prayer time has been really key for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
Honestly, Boone.
Yeah.
No. He's yoked to us. He is a gem. I am yoked to our walks home with the kids after school, because in those moments, I learn so much about them. I listen to them talk to their little friends. I hear what's important to them. The first thing they tell you when they see you after school is what's like just burning in their mind.
So true.
And we didn't get that before living here.
We didn't. It's new.
And it is amazing. And I just love it. I'm certainly I love those moments. I look forward to them all day.
We walk our kids to school in the morning, and then it's so super close. And then we walk them back. And it has been this fun little gaggle of kids that are starting to
An evolution.
Yeah, walk together.
It used to be the 4 of us, and now it's 10 of us.
There's 10 of us all walking, and we all walk together, and I guess there's another mom, but there's just the 2 of us, and then Lacey's there, and it's just been fun. That's good.
Yeah. So
it's been insightful.
Yes.
It has. Cool. Well, thank you for joining as always. And until next week, have a good one. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Yoked Podcast. We hope you enjoyed it.
And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow along as we drop a new episode each week.